Hello guys, welcome to the Trading Empire Sierra 7. Hope everyone is doing good, and welcome to the market review on Tuesday. So guys, we did make the pre-market analysis and trading ideas on the Trading Empire Sierra 7 here on this channel from Sunday before the market opened. We discussed everything on what we're expecting from Monday when the market opened yesterday, which we are going to go back and review every trade that we did take from that day. So then on the trading focus, and we did market review and trading ideas, pre-market analysis on gold, where we are now also live from there. So I'm gonna go back from the result that we get from yesterday, and what do we have from now, and what are we expecting from now until we get tomorrow. The areas we are expecting to be taking some opportunity from, either buy or sell, and even the prediction of this week. When you go back from the data we have on the Forex Factory, the news, there's nothing big in this week, so we're gonna focus on that and focus on the technical analysis, and from the higher time frame to see some strong areas to really focus on, so that we can be better and make money until Friday. So we have to stick on that and make sure that we can make profit until Friday. Okay, so let me start. So starting from this area, you can see that I just want to explain these entries from this area. First, I'm gonna go from the higher time frame. From the higher time frame, what did we have made us to take a trade from that area, and now still expecting the market to give us some opportunities. So now let's start from the higher time frame. This is the daily time frame. So we are bullish from last week, and then from this high, from this area, that's where the market also opened from. You can see the gap from our previous weeks. So this area was the high from the daily time frame. You can see from this area, this is the high from this candlestick rejection. This is a selling pressure from this area, and if you can check where we have an internal area from this area, which is like a retracement from this one. Okay, so from that, since this is from the higher time frame, makes sense that this area is somehow stronger for the market to go back to the downside from where we can also buy from. Okay, so moving to the 4-hour time frame. 4-hour time frame, what do we have? I'm still sticking on this area to see what happened. Okay, now let's remove everything. So from this area, we can see now from this scenario, we have this area which is imbalanced. If you can see where from these candlesticks, from the low, from this one, this is an imbalance because we don't have any retracement from this area until this pullback that we got from Friday, and where we're expecting to be taking a sell from. So makes sense to reject from this area and try to move downside. That's why we have been trying to sell from this area, and we did make some profit from this area. So now we confirm that this area is stronger to be taking some opportunities for the market to go back to the downside from the areas that we are going to mark, also from where we can also take a buy from. Maybe we can go back to the upside and target from the previous highs these areas of supply, where you can also look for the other opportunities to be taking a sell from. So now, looking from the low, okay, we have this high where we're rejecting from. Remember, we discussed about the previous low where we rejected from the higher time frame. Okay, this low where we reversed from, and we say we reversed from because this is the higher time frame is low, where we can expect the market to be reversing to the upside or changing the direction to the bullish. Okay, so now go back to the lower time frame. For our time frame, we can see that we reacted from this area. Checking from 1-hour time frame. Okay, now we did take a trade from this area, but before I get to the 1-hour time frame, if we can see well, the market was from around this area from Friday. We discussed about this one. We were moving so aggressive, moving upside, but I was expecting the kind of market to open moving downside, and so that we can stay below this area and take those opportunities. So if you can see this candlestick, this is a supply area. Okay, this candlestick is a supply zone from where we are now. Okay, so how did we take a sell from this area? Because the market was rejecting multiple times from this area. The market moved up from this one area, and then we did take a sell from around this area. When the market started breaking below this area, I will check the confirmation from the lower time frame. Okay, from the lower time frame. So remember, from Friday I had some position from here, sell from this area. My stop loss was from above this area because according to the previous area that I explained was from above this area. So we continued moving downside. So another entry was from around the low, from the lower time frame, because I was expecting the market to continue moving downside. Let me check from this one. Okay, I did take a sell from around these areas. Okay, it was from this area, this high from this candlestick, from this one. That's where I did take a sell from. So the reason why we're still rejecting from the high, this is the confirmation for selling pressure that we are getting from the high. But all this was coming from the previous side that we discussed about from the daily time frame. Then we continue moving downside, and from the downside also we have an area where we can make a reaction from. Okay, from the low you can see where from this candlestick, from this one, this is a low. If we can connect with this one, this is a demand zone. So we rejected from this area, we did take also another buy. Okay, I will say that this sell was from this area. We go back on that. So we did take a buy from this area, anticipating the market to go back to the high, so where we can take a buy, a sell from. This was another supply. Okay, I discussed about this one, this candlestick, and if we can check it from the 30-minute time frame, this is still a supply area, but a little bit higher from this area. I will say that is a supply area. If we can also stay below this area and move downside, will be making sense, because from the higher time frame, a little bit 1 hour time frame, we can see that we are also in this area. Okay, so then taking a sell from this area makes sense, but what about this area when we are moving upside? From the low we have an equal low from this area. We had an equal low, we have an balanced area from this area, which I'm going to check it from the lower time frame, 15 minutes. You can see that this was the previous high, an area where we did take a buy from, I will say. Okay, even if it was a small pullback, an imbalanced area. But from this scenario, we had to wait for more confirmation from this area, multiple rejection from this area, new structure from this area, because from now this area was balanced. We cannot just see the candlestick closing bullish and then we immediately take a trade. We had to wait for the confirmation from the multiple rejection or the signals to show that the market is back to the upside. Okay, so if we can check well and move to this scenario, so the market moved up, we stayed away, and then this is where we did take a buy from this scenario, from this area, when the market was making adjustment from around this area, anticipating the market to go back to this area. So then we can be looking for sell from this area. Now back to the higher time frame a little bit, and from what we are expecting from the market. Okay, we are still expecting the market from around this area to go downside. We say from the 30-minute, this is a supply area where we can take a sell from, and from the low, this is an entire supply area from the higher time frame, this one from 4-hour time frame and 1-hour time frame. So we're going to keep an eye on this area. We need more confirmation from this area, but if we can make a touch from this area, close bearish, we are going to be looking for sell. Okay, let me go back from where we started from. Okay, so now the first trade was from this area. We did take this sell as anticipating the market to target at least this area. We still have the areas from the low from where we can take a buy from demand areas. But this area, as long as we tested multiple times from this area, we can expect the market to go back to the downside. It will depend on how we react from this area. So now I'm looking for sell from this area to target this area from the low, which I don't know what is going to happen. Trade what you see, not what you think. So if the market reacts from this area and start creating a new structure, creating lows, lower lows and lower highs, or lows and high, I'm going to be looking for sell from this area. anticipating the market to go back to the downside from where we can take a sell from. Okay, so if we enter from this area, anticipating the market to go back to this area. And don't forget, we can get a reaction from this area, this one, as a demand area to take a buy from. So we are still waiting for the confirmation from this area, and then those 3 trades were successful. Remember, from where we did take a buy from this area, that's where you have to secure some profit or leave the market, okay, and wait for the next opportunities. Even if we are targeting this area, it doesn't mean if you enter from this area you're going to just leave every position in the market so that to target this area. And then you can see that the market is back to this area where you should be maybe in reduction from your profit. So that's why you have to be mature enough and be smart to make sure that as long as the market move heading to the areas where you can expect some kind of reaction, you can take some opportunity to close some profit from there, and then you leave in the like one position to see what happens. If the market continue, that's gonna be your profit, big profit, because we are trading. This is a pullback we are trying to trade. Remember, the market was from the reversal area from the low. We can continue moving upside, but now we are trying to sell because we have some areas from the low which are imbalanced. We need to balance from those areas and then to take a buy from those areas. That's why anytime if we can move back to the upside and continue moving upside, there is nothing we are going to be complaining of, because the market is in the uptrend. Okay, guys, so keep an eye on the trading focus live, and we are live now. We are going to change somehow. We are going to be looking for sell from the high and from this area. So I'm gonna change the setups and stay with that. From there we have you have an opportunity to make some money from there, and you can also join the trading focus VIP group, where you have an opportunity to also ask anything and getting ideas on how you're gonna take a position from there. So then, guys, I will say thank you so much. Remember to subscribe on the channel, and I will see you next time. Take care and be safe.